Michelle Hemmer joining us this morning on the air and online, something that you can watch on WMOM's YouTube page and our Facebook pages as well. Michelle, you've been organizing, planning, helping, implementing all of that Memorial Day events in the Ludington and Greater Ludington area for quite a few years now. And this coming Monday, no different. You are there to make sure that things go pretty smoothly, right?
Yes, in Ludington, the service will be presented by the American Legion Post 76, which I have been of for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the host used to be the Allied Veterans Council, and now in Ludington, the Veterans take over. The service will take place.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to. It's a great event for all kinds of ages because, as what we'll talk about here over the next few minutes, is you have students that come out and perform. You have those that are veterans and even active military that show up there, and it really is a good gathering place to honor, right?
Yes. So the location that we have chosen and has for many, many, many years is what we call the Veterans Mall there in Stearns Park. And it's, oh my gosh, just a beautiful location. West Michigan has such beautiful locations right there on Lake Michigan. And within Veterans Mall, we have what we call the War Memorial. On it is listed different conflicts. And then we have a beautiful display of flags of our branches, and then we have the tribute to our we have a statue of heroism, which was a tribute to all who have ever served, and then the Medal of Honor recipient is listed there from Mason County.
Take us through, for those that might. Sorry about that. For those that might be interested in some facts about the memorial itself, we have, there's more names on one area than on other areas there. But I believe that every area has at least one name on that memorial.
The memorial itself in that park lists the conflicts and wars that we have been associated with. The individual names of the fallen heroes of Mason County, and that is the name of the memorial, Fallen Heroes of Mason County, is located at the Mason County Courthouse. And each conflict, starting from Civil War through Afghanistan, has names listed. Of course, such World War II has many, many, many more names listed on it, and we only have one that is associated with the Iraq conflict, one associated with Persian Gulf, and one associated with Afghanistan.
Yeah. And in the past, there used to be and this is the parade part of this is not going to take place. So there was normally a parade from the courthouse where the names are listed to then Stearns Park. You're asking everybody to gather right there at Stearns Park for the 11 a.m. ceremony. Is that correct this year?
Correct. Logistically, the parade is just not feasible, and so we're just having a service read the names at the Fallen Heroes Memorial at the courthouse, and that will now take place at Stearns Park, one giant ceremony.
Yeah, there is a lot of people in Mason County, as there is across the globe, of course, and across the United States, that Memorial Day is a very important day. Take us through bringing it home in Mason County for us, if you don't mind, and the stories that come from it, the relationships that are out there, the moments where there are some tears that fall.
Yes. So us veterans like to think of three holidays, if you will, as they're called, that occur throughout the year. The third Saturday of May is Armed Forces Day, and that is our way and those who are currently serving. So those right now, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Navy, Space Force, even there, we're honoring them for serving us right now. In November, on November 11th, is Veterans Day, and that's honoring anybody who has ever served in the military for America. But the last Monday of May is always set aside to honor those service members who have died in the line of, and that is considered to be just greatest sacrifices that we could ever imagine, and not just the military, but those who die in the line of service of police, law enforcement, fire duty. They have their separate, of memorial. Last Monday of May is our day to honor our fallen.
And you have a special speaker every year for this ceremony. Take us through who's going to be there this year.
I think it's going to he is, and there's a Schroeder and I'm apologizing right now if I messed that one up. He served his full 20 years in the Army, which also includes service in Iraq and Afghanistan. Comes from Mason County graduate. He is from a military family. His father was a Vietnam veteran and always present at every single Memorial Day that I can remember for my entire life. His sister served, nieces and nephews. They're a very, very, very neat family. And being I'm going to say, quote, younger veteran, I think will be helpful to help everyone relate, because Iraq and Afghanistan are the most recent conflicts that our country has been involved in.
You have LHS band that's going to be there. Keith Kuczynski just won an award for being the band director of the state of Michigan. So that's a pretty cool recognition for him, and his group will be there. And I love that part of the ceremony as well, when you ask those branches of the military to stand up as they play their honorary music for each branch.
Yes, even though, like I had already mentioned, us veterans have our own day in November. It's a very good time to point to service on Memorial Days that, okay, look around. These people served in the Army. These ones served in the Navy. Because, even though we didn't, obviously we're here, we didn't die in service. We sacrifice our time, sacrifice parts of our body as injury and so forth, and the physical toll, the mental toll especially, that can happen to a veteran, and yet we choose to serve because we feel it is a great honor. And so I think recognition is very, very important for everyone, for the community to recognize who amongst them is a veteran.
If you're just joining us, we're talking with Michelle Hemmer here, talking about the Memorial Day service coming up on Monday at Stearns Park. Begins at 11 a.m. And as I have seen in the past, when that 11 a.m. hand hits, you start that ceremony, right?
Yes. Timely, then we're not doing very well. We didn't learn very many lessons.
Yep, absolutely. No, I think it's good. But it is a special ceremony. We do see The Boy Scouts come out in many times, and other organizations. You have the laying of the wreaths at each side of the memorial there. What is that? What does that mean? Do you think for those that are sitting in chairs? And there's quite a few people that can't stand all the time. Especially our older demographic that's there. But when they see the wreath laying ceremonies, what do you think that means to them, and what should it mean to us that didn't serve in the military?
Okay. Just a little tad. What I love about this, how we have planned it for years, is community involvement. Yes, we have the Ludington High School band that helps provide some patriotic music for us. And I used to do that back in the day. And it's always great to bring them in and is teaching our younger generations what this is all about. The high school choral group will also be there under the direction of Elliot Plummer. They will sing our ceremony with a song. And Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and because part of their motto and mission is that community involvement and service themselves. So we love having being a part of that. So yes, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts help escort the veterans who are going to wreaths that represent the conflicts that Mason County lost somebody in. So we don't necessarily a wreath conflict out there, just the ones represent Mason County. And that gives a good visual for those in attendance to stand. Like that, yes, there is somebody from Mason County representing that conflict and ultimately, gave their life for that conflict.
It's a special ceremony, and there's a lot that goes into it, and you want to invite people out to it. You want people to experience this ceremony for so many reasons. Obviously, we've talked about today. Anything else that we forgot to talk about? We know it starts at 11 a.m. We know it's on Memorial Day Monday. Want to be there on time. You're encouraging people to bring their lawn chairs, and that's not a bad idea because the ceremony lasts for about an hour or so.
It's under an hour. I expect a good 45 minutes. Of course, if you get there early, then you're going to be enduring the weather even longer. But yeah, please bring your lawn chair. Please be advised that we will render a rifle salute, and that it's a loud noise, and of course, it can be very. It's emotional, and as to hear that sound, but ultimately that ties all those emotions together, and that's what we're doing is one is aware of the solemnity of this. So be prepared for weather. The lake shore can be sunny and bright, and then chilly at the same sometime rolls in over the lake, but that's what we also love about this. I encourage everybody in the community to go somewhere for some service. Of course, everybody does service in Ludington, and yes, it takes place, but we are representing all of our Mason County. I do want to give a shout out, as I try to every year. The VFW in Custer has services on the east end of the county. They start at the high school and they travel through different areas in the morning. And if you can't make it, go to one of the monuments that we have in our community, or whatever community you're in. If you're listening, not from Mason County, if a service isn't your style, to anywhere, pay a minute of respect. And flags should be staff for that morning. Time ago, created the policy that we raise it at 12 noon, which other times of course, he after days on end. But that's a good symbol of raising it is at noon. To me, is a symbol of, okay, life, move on. As you know, we are going to take we're going to honor our people, and then we're going to lesson and best life from there.
Yeah, that's a good message. A good message for sure. You had mentioned about the 3 days a year that we reflect differently on our armed forces. Memorial Day being one that we there's greetings that take place on Memorial Day, and sometimes we can get confused a little bit about that greeting compared to when Veterans Day comes around, as an example. Can you share that a little bit with us so that we can get that reminder?
Yes. So we Americans, and and I'm sure everywhere around the world, we think of holiday, and usually holiday, very happy day. It's a celebration. So the greeting of happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy Wednesday. Really think about it. Happy is not the first emotion that is initiated from someone who is in their life for sacrifice and service. So sure, a greeting of Happy Memorial Day is not quite the message, but I'm not saying everyone needs round request. It just, think of those words. Yeah, sure, like have a blessed day or whatever, but also have a happy life to enjoy from our sacrifices that we've made. But it's definitely a unity compared to the others where greeting is not necessarily the most appropriate.
Yeah. Or something like we remember on Memorial Day, or be able to express that, and I think that's important there. Michelle, it is a really an embracing ceremony. It's a ceremony that if the listeners or viewers have not seen or heard, that they should potentially take in as well. But also, as you mentioned, at noon when the flag is raised to full staff, it's a way to gather with friends and family, and still on that day reflect on what those that have passed gave as the ultimate sacrifice as well.
Yeah, it's we'll have our moment at the ceremony to, yes, use that time to reflect and have some somber moments, but it's a great reminder of, hey, we've got this great nation, we've got this country, and we should have some celebration. Have your barbecue. Definitely take advantage of that 3-day weekend that not everybody, but a lot of people get to enjoy, and make the most of it. But just in the back of your mind, remember, that's the biggest word. Remember why we get to have this weekend for us.
Yeah, good message there. Michelle, thank you for your service, and for those that in so many ways, by the way, organizing this event, but also as a member of the armed forces as well. Thank you for all that you have done, and for those that are able to make it to the ceremony. It'll be a touching moment, as it always has each and every year. And as Michelle had mentioned, there are plenty of other services that are taking place across the listening area, across the state, or across the country, that you can take part in, and we encourage you to do that coming up on Monday. Michelle, anything that we missed before we do a final wrap up?
I think we've hit all of our points, but yes, actually, any veteran in the Ludington area, if you would like to join a lunch that is provided for you and your family at the American Legion Post 76 there, 300 block of North James Street. All veterans, you don't have to remember. We would love to serve you lunch after the ceremony.
Great information there, and a great treat for them. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We look forward to the ceremony coming up on Monday. We appreciate again everything that you do and making sure that we're well informed with the service. All right, thank you. Have a fantastic day. Okay.
You too.